Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 237, featuring the original stars of Gamer Girl. That'd be us.
I almost threw up. What are you talking about?
You didn't hear about this?
No. Oh, the crappy game.
Yeah,
the
the
dumb
FMV game where you play as a Gamer Girl moderator and then possibly kill her? I don't know.
It's very creepy and weird. Is it out? Did it ever come out?
It didn't come out. It was just, I think, the announcement trailer.
Yeah, and everybody was like,
Everyone was like, this is
boy, no.
wrong.
Oh, God, don't full screen that.
Even if you disagreed with... Everybody had a reason to disagree with it, even if there wasn't all the same reason.
It's so yeah, you play as a moderator for a gamer girl, like a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
So it's an FMV game where you like kind of control what's happening, but the reason you're controlling it is that you are the Twitch streamer's moderator, which is weird.
Yeah.
That's and I get the idea. I get why they would do that because they want you to feel like you're in control, but it just sets it bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad.
I know the developer said they wanted to do a game about toxicity in like that space, the Twitch space, the YouTube space, and whatnot. And I feel like there's potential for a good game in there. It's just very clear that this is not that.
No, yeah, you failed miserably.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's a masterpiece. We'll never know.
Maybe.
Because I'm not playing that game.
Yeah, I'm not playing it either. You in the comments can play that game and let us know.
Yeah. Anyway. Hi guys. Hello people in the chat, but a special hello to Card Collector, A Really Depressed Fish, Joshua Ray, Matt Preston, Ty Hen, Hector Espinoza, Bruce Patrick, Rockenval, Slaruzo, and Prom Dates for being members here on YouTube.
Hello, anyone and everyone who is here tonight on this episode of Wulff Den Live.
We got a bunch of things to talk about.
Yes.
First thing that happened was surprise. There was a Nintendo Direct on Monday.
Yeah, and just what everybody wanted. Everybody was happy about it.
It was announced like 9 hours before it happened.
I know. Like everybody was in bed.
It was at midnight.
Yeah.
They announced it, and I was like, oh my God. Can't wait. It said 10 minutes. It said the Direct was going to be 10. It was a Direct Mini. A Direct Mini partner showcase.
Yes.
It was going to be 10 minutes. However, it was only 10 minutes in Japan, and it was 8 minutes here. You might not have heard. Maybe you didn't hear about it because there was nothing good in it.
Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei, that's a big deal.
Thing.
A big deal that I don't really care too much about.
Yeah. When it got to that part of the Direct, I literally just fast forwarded it, and it was the end.
It was very short.
Yeah.
So basically, there's still nothing coming out this year besides Bakugan.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to say something positive about this Direct. There really was nothing. Like,
I understand why it was short, and I understand why there might not be things happening.
I don't begrudge them for the Direct or even the games that they showcase in the Direct. I think it's more of a statement in general about where games are in 2020 due to world events.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying that they did this for contractual reasons. Like a lot of these games there might have been in the contract. There might be they have to promote the game sometime in July.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that sounds plausible, but I don't know how true that is. I just think that maybe they felt bad. Maybe they were like, we had a Direct plan, but we're pushing it back, and our games aren't ready, but we still need to showcase all the third-party stuff. So here you go, have a little Direct Mini, and it worked. I mean, let's see how many views this thing has. This is the American one. They did one in every country. Yeah, 3 million views. Yeah, except that the dislike is like almost 50%.
Yeah, it feels right.
That's true. It's a Nintendo Direct. They're all like that. This article is from Nintendo Dad.
There you go.
Now, this was the best layout I've ever seen of a recap of an announcement like this. Gotta turn notifications off. So I'm gonna go to Nintendo Dad all the time now. First thing they said was Cadence of Hyrule DLC. It's getting DLC. Everybody, went nuts over this game. It was all right. It was an okay game.
I did want to play it. I never got a chance to.
It's self-explanatory. It's a freaking Zelda game.
But
it feels like Link to the Past, except you can only move on the beat.
Yeah.
And I wasn't about that. I was like, let me just play the freaking Zelda game. But they added 39 new songs. I'll just read the thing. The coolest thing is that you can play a Skull Kid.
Yes.
3 paid DLC packs are coming to Cadence of Hyrule: Crypt of the Necro Dancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda. That's quite a name. With the first pack launching today or Monday. Character pack. In the first pack, 5 additional characters join the game's ensemble, including Impa. That's the horse.
Yes.
Who excels in ranged attacks with the Naginata weapon. And Arya.
No, Impa's not the horse.
Who's the horse?
Epona is the horse.
Who's Impa?
Impa is not in the picture, I don't think.
A little old lady.
Yeah.
Or this badass looking one.
Yeah.
I played so much Zelda.
Yeah, we're Zelda experts. Nobody in the chat correct us.
I played so much Zelda. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Impa's the horse. Who excels in range attacks with the whatever weapon, and Arya, perfect for players who like a challenge. It's game over for if you take one hit or miss a beat with her.
So that changes up gameplay significantly if you get hit.
Who is Arya now? Can I write Zelda, please? I've never seen this person before in my life. Anyway, Melody Pack. This is the second DLC. After purchasing this pack, 39 songs will be added to the game, including remixed versions of the game's background music. Players can change the background music at any time so they can listen to their favorite songs while journeying through Hyrule. Hey, I know Hyrule. I know that word.
Yeah.
Pack number 3, additional story content, Symphony of the Mask. Play as the mysterious Skull Kid and venture through a new map in the 3rd DLC pack, complete with new songs and a new story. Skull Kid also possesses the power to change abilities based on the mask he dons. So DLC pack number 1 was available on Monday. This is all in euros. No, pounds. So, sorry, Americans. The second DLC pack will be released on the eShop before the end of October, and there's a season pass too. Yeah, that's the dog.
I thought you can only get. Around. I must have misheard it, but I thought you can only get them in the season pass, like they did for Breath of the Wild.
No, you can buy them individually.
Yeah.
I'm showing everybody the dog eating its bone. Sorry, Will.
It's all right. I deserve it.
Anyway,
I have, Honey Nut Cheerios breakfast bar I can eat on stream.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can do it on the floor if that'll get.
Anyway, a retail version of the game that contains the main game with all 3 DLCs will be launched in October also. So if you haven't played the game yet, you can wait for that version. I'm sure it'll be cheaper. Yeah. Will, did you say 2K Battlegrounds?
I did not, but I guess we can talk about it.
Somebody tweeted that this brings The Rock one step close. No, this brings John Cena one step closer to being in Smash. This game,
either The Rock or John Cena in Smash, I'd be down for.
This is a bad promo
because
you have the people pretending to play video games.
Yeah, all 4 of those people play video games, but in fact, Asuka actually used to write for the Japanese Xbox magazine.
Oh, really?
Yes. However, they're clearly not playing this game.
Or they're just really, really, really hamming it up.
Yeah.
And I'm not about it. Anyway, That game looks like a game I'm not going to get.
Yeah. I mean, it looks fun-ish. If I was younger, I'd probably get it. But this is definitely filling space because the main series, WWE 2K, clearly needs a revamp. And they're not doing that this year. So this is just to fill this is definitely to fill a contractual obligation.
Yes.
But I mean, they're doing it in a clever way, I think.
We got Rogue Company next. I don't know. I think a bunch of Twitch streamers were like streaming this because they were sponsored.
Yeah, somebody
This isn't a gameplay trailer.
Tweeted at me saying they were excited for this. This just looks like Fortnite meets Watch Dogs.
This trailer that's on Nintendo is not the trailer from the Direct.
Right.
This is a different trailer. They had a guy named Glitch or something that looked pretty cool. That's what made it look like Fortnite meets Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
A stylish new shooter lands on the Switch. Lay waste. Is it new? Am I wrong about people streaming this?
I don't know. I mean, it to be fair to you, it looks like every other Fortnite type game out there.
I know. And if everybody says it's, well, I'm thinking of Hyperscape, it's not Hyperscape. I'm not thinking of Hyperscape.
So someone in the chat, XI says Rogue Company is awesome. I'm loving it. Can't wait for a proper launch. So apparently it is out.
It's in early access. It came out on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out on Monday. The game is scheduled to release in 2020 on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Windows, and the Epic via the Epic Game Store, with cross-play and cross-progression. That's pretty damn cool. I might have to try this.
Yeah.
If it's got cross-play and cross-progression, that's pretty cool. Hi-Res Studios, they've done things.
They're also saying in the chat it's more like Counter-Strike meets Overwatch. It's not like Fortnite at all.
Counter-Strike meets Overwatch is that other game everybody's playing.
Yeah.
What's that game? Valorant.
Yeah, Valorant. It's not that the game not that the game plays like Fortnite. Visually, it visually looks like Fortnite to me.
I saw the gameplay. I didn't get Counter-Strike at all out of it.
Yeah.
Or honestly, I didn't really get Overwatch out of it either.
Yeah.
This is made by the people who made Smite and Paladins.
Oh, there you go.
So that's why you're getting Fortnite out of it.
Yeah. I mean, it could.
And Realm Royale. I'm sorry to keep cutting.
Yeah. I mean, look, I believe you if you say it doesn't play like Fortnite, but it certainly does look like Fortnite. At least from the trailer that Nintendo gave us.
This is not the trailer that was in the Direct. Where's the actual Direct trailer? Here's a gameplay reveal from a few months ago. This is the one I saw, I think. It's a third-person game, I believe.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, it doesn't remind me of Counter-Strike at all.
Yeah. And I think that's why it reminds me of Fortnite.
True. I mean, they're moving kind of like Fortnite.
Yeah.
I mean, now that I know that it's got cross-play, I would like to give this a shot.
Yeah.
I'd be down to try it out. So is it free? Let's read the thing. How about that? A stylish new shooter lands on the Switch. Lay waste to opponents with an arsenal of weapons and abilities in this online multiplayer third-person shooter from First Watch Games. Do you mean Hi-Res Studios? Is there multiple developers? Oh no, developer First Watch Games, publisher Hi-Res Studios. Okay.
There you go.
We're learning together, guys.
Yes.
So it's published by the guys who made Smite and Paladins. So I guess it would be free because they like free-to-play games. Clash with other players in competitive and casual game modes or rise to the challenge against AI opponents that surely beat the heat. If players fall in battle, their teammates can revive them, letting them immediately jump back into the fray. Cross-platform play and cross-save are also supported from day one, along with support for motion-controlled aiming. Yay! Rogue Company is currently available on the Nintendo Switch eShop with 3 different Founder Pack tiers that are available for purchase now. It's one of them things. It sounds like to get the early access, you got to pay for it. Are you looking it up right now?
I am. Yeah, I'm on the eShop now. The first thing that comes up under featured is Rogue Company Standard Founders Pack. It's a bundle.
How much we talking here?
$30. But I'm not
30.
$30.
It sounds like when it comes out, it'll be free to play.
Yeah, and it just says estimated release date 2020.
Okay. Did they ever actually say it'll be free?
No, I'm not seeing anything
Oh,
that says free.
in the wiki it says is an upcoming free-to-play multiplayer third-person shooter.
Okay.
That's so I don't like that at all. I don't like when they release it early access, so it's not out yet. It's not a done game, and you have to pay for it in order to get it early in its broken form.
Early access is a good idea that's just been abused.
Yes,
needlessly. Like sell your game at a discount. It's unfinished, but with the promise of updating it over time and getting community feedback. But so many people just release either full games and say it's in early access, so it excuses any bugs, or just don't update it at all.
Would you say this is an abuse of free to play?
I wouldn't say it's an abuse of it. I would say it's not clear.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there needs to be more transparency in how it's being rolled out.
Yeah, it's weird. It weirds me out. I don't like it. Anyway, right after that, we got the big reveal. Oh no, this isn't the big reveal. This is the reveal before the big reveal. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD remaster. This is some weeb stuff.
Yep, it's been 17 years since the original release of Shin Megami Tensei 3, known in Europe as Shin Megami Tensei Lucifer's Call. Now the apocalyptic legend returns in a full high-definition remake of the classic game, coming to the Nintendo Switch in spring 2021.
So, did people like this game?
I'm going to say yes.
I saw some people on Twitter were excited, but
Yeah.
Metacritic. This is Nocturne. That's not the same. Is it the same?
I think it is. Shin Megami Tensei is a vast series. There's a bunch of titles in there, and some of them you don't even realize are part of this franchise.
It says is actually the third game in the series.
Yeah.
So it had an 82 on Metacritic, which sounds all right. Sounds okay. So for whatever reason, this is getting a full high definition remake. Wait, the text says full high definition remake. The title card says HD remaster.
Words don't mean anything.
People, these are very important words that will get me in trouble.
Yeah.
So pick one, damn it. I'm going to go with the title card, HD remaster. Yeah. And it kind of looks like a remaster. It doesn't look like a full, doesn't look like a whole to do.
Right.
Actually, it's a PS2 game.
So it might just be a remaster then, just an up convert.
Oh yeah, it looks like a remaster. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to play it. But that's people who are into Shin Megami. What's the spin-off? There's a Shin Megami Tensei spin-off. Is it Persona?
I think.
Am I way out of line here?
No. Persona is a spin-off, or it's part of that universe. Yeah, sometimes known as Shin Megami Tensei Persona outside of Japan, is a video game franchise developed and primarily published by Atlus.
Okay,
that's what I mean by Shin Megami Tensei is a big ass franchise with games that you didn't even realize were part of that series.
Could this mean we're one step closer to finally getting a Persona game on the Switch? Because that I'll play. I'll be more than happy to play a Persona game on the Switch.
I don't understand why there hasn't been one already.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we're just finally getting a Shin Megami Tensei game, so.
True.
And this one, Shin Megami Tensei 5, which was announced when the Switch was announced.
Mm-hmm.
So that's finally coming in 2021. So still no date. But I guess this is the most footage we've seen so far.
Yeah. Oh, it's running on Unreal Engine 4, according to the Wikipedia.
It says the next numbered entry in Atlus's Shin Megami Tensei series is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch in this epic role-playing game. Order itself has crumbled and chaos reigns over all. Shin Megami Tensei 5 will have a simultaneous global launch on Nintendo Switch in 2021. I've never I've never thought twice about Shin Megami Tensei. I'm sorry, everybody.
I've always heard of it, but it's always like I hear about it and then I'm just like, that's a funny title.
And because it's always Shin Megami Tensei, some other stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing with Persona. Persona 5 Golden.
Well, Golden is the Vita version. Because Persona 4 and then Persona 4 was the PS4 game. Back up. A lot of numbers. Persona 4 is the PS2 game, and then Persona 4 Golden is the Vita version.
Is it though? I thought they released Golden on other stuff.
They might have, but I know Golden like it first came out on Vita.
I thought that was just like, the game of the year, or like, the one that comes with all the stuff. An enhanced version of the game Persona 4 Golden was released on the PlayStation Vita and Windows.
There you go.
Windows in 2020, so it just released on Windows for Persona 4. So it's an enhanced version.
Yeah.
I think 5 has a Golden too, doesn't it?
Who knows?
Nope. No, it does not. I made that up.
We're already well into the weeds of games we're never going to play.
If you guys are into JRPGs, you can click out right now. Come back in 5 minutes. Because we got Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, which was not in the American Direct at all. And I actually didn't see this. So here we go.
Yeah.
While Sakuna of Rice and Ruin was shown off only in the Japanese version of the partner showcase, the game looked quite special. So far, it's just a black screen, so I can't relate.
It's probably got dialogue. All right. There's a tree.
I don't know what type of game this is. I feel like I've heard of this game before.
I'm just fast forwarding until I see gameplay stuff.
I know. I want to see what type of game this is.
There's people on a boat.
Is it a side scroller? No, it's not. It is not.
It looks like it's probably like an RPG or adventure game of some kind.
I'm having a hard time figuring out if this is a side scroller.
I don't think it is.
Everything's 2D-ish, except for the cutscenes and the farming.
Oh, maybe it is 2D. Or 2D-esque.
It's looking like a side scroller. I think it's a side scroller. Looks pretty cool.
Interesting.
I'm in now that I know it's a side scroller. So it's a side. It looks like a side scrolling like platforming. No, a side scrolling like a hack and slash type game. With all the characters have HP and stuff. It's by Marvelous. Can we get a definitive answer on what the frick type of game this is? Combines side-scrolling action with deep crafting and farming simulation.
Okay,
now that's the part that I want nothing to do with.
So it's what's that game, that side-scrolling like game everybody likes? That starts with an M. Muramasa?
I've never heard of that.
All right, it's like that meets Harvest Moon, I guess.
Where's the thing that I was just reading? Side-scrolling with deep farming simulation. Players take on the role of Sakuna, a spoiled harvest goddess, banished to a dangerous island with a group of outcast humans. As she explores the beautiful yet forbidding environments of the island, she will also find a home in a mountain village, proving herself worthy of her title by harvesting rice and bettering the lives of humanity. That seems kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would leave that out. Maybe they just didn't have English translations for it.
I thought, isn't XSeed a U.S. company, though? Or like they export things to the U.S.?
Well, it says publisher, Marvelous, and then in parentheses, XSeed.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means.
And there you go. Okay. So the game I was talking about, Muramasa the Demon Blade, is published by Marvelous Entertainment in Japan.
Oh, there you go.
So
XSeed Games is an American video game company founded by former
go.
members of Square Enix USA. It later became a subsidiary of the Japanese game company Marvelous, providing the localization and publishing services for video games and related materials.
Okay, so this will probably come to the US then.
I don't know, because it sounds like Marvelous kind of absorbed XSeed.
Right, but if XSeed is still basically their export house, why would they put the company's logo in the trailer of a Japanese only?
Did it say XSeed?
Yeah, it said XSeed.
I only saw Marvelous.
At the end of the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well then maybe it will. It's still weird that it wasn't, that they didn't freaking localize it for America.
Yeah.
That trailer. Very strange. Anyway, that's the whole direct. That's everything that was in the direct.
Yep. Now let's list off all the games that they didn't announce in the direct that everybody's mad about. FZero, Metroid, Star Tropics, Kirby's Hack and Slash, Super Mario 64 by 4, Pokemon Guns and Knives.
Wait, Pokemon Kirby Hack and Slash? Did you just make that up?
I'm making these up as I go along.
I had an article that had a list of all of the stuff that has been announced, but we still don't know anything about.
Right.
Like Bayonetta 3, like Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild 2. There's all this. But again, this is those are all in the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not ready to show them.
Yeah.
Because they've been delayed due to the virus and everything.
Yeah.
So they decided that instead of holding up all of these other third-party publishers' plans to release stuff, they decided, let's just get all this out. We'll work on our stuff later. To me, it sounds like Nintendo isn't. They're, at least for the year or for the time being, they're shying away from full Nintendo Directs, and they're just gonna do what they did with Paper Mario and just release the trailer, just drop the trailer, because they don't need a direct, they don't need a whole thing around it. Paper Mario was the top seller on the Switch this week, so I think so. They don't need a whole direct to announce their games. They could just drop the trailer. That is a problem for third parties, though, because third parties need to piggyback off of those big announcements. So having a direct very much benefits third party and indie games, which is why we got a direct mini, which was called which they said was a partner showcase. It was to showcase all the partners that they wouldn't normally, that they would have put into a direct.
Yeah.
We've talked about in the past how some Nintendo execs said that they're not going to do, or they might shy away from doing directs.
Yeah.
They might not do as many directs anymore. This was kind of the answer to that.
Yeah. I think everything you said has to be 100% true, because traditionally we would just get, regular ass directs. They'd be big half-hour things, and they'd showcase all games from Nintendo and third party. But here they're specifically focusing on not even all their third party, just like a small handful of them, just to show that there are games coming to the Switch.
Which leads a little bit it gives me some, it gives some like clout to the theory that these were contractual obligations, because there's not that many.
Yeah.
There were like barely any like games in this.
Yeah.
There was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If you include Japan.
Yeah, if you're watching the Japanese one, 6 games. And one of the games is a game that it's Cadence of Hyrule. It's just getting DLC.
Yeah.
WWE 2K Battlegrounds we knew about already.
We knew about, and it's coming to other systems.
Rogue Company, I'm pretty sure we knew about.
Yeah.
Shin Megami Tensei, the 2 Shin Megami Tenseis we did not know about. Those are probably the biggest deals. But unfortunately, there's not a big deal to me. And that's why I think that this whole thing was not a big deal. Anyway. So, yeah, I think that at least for the time being, they're shying away from directs. And the next game, whatever next big game they're going to have, probably the Mario 35th anniversary stuff, that's probably going to be just drop. A trailer's just going to drop. I think, anyway. Yeah. And I think they'll do it pretty soon because they need something.
Yeah.
Paper Mario came out. There's nothing else for the rest of the year.
There were like rumors that it was going to be soonish. Like things actually started leaking.
So here's my. Well, I think last week we talked about the email address, the Twitter account that came up for the Mario 35th anniversary. There was a Twitter account that came up, and it looked like the Twitter account was made with the Nintendo.co.jp email address.
Right.
I got bad news, Will.
Uh-oh.
There was also an FZero account.
Yes.
That was made for an FZero game. And that was just confirmed fake. According to Go Nintendo, rumored FZero Japanese Twitter account confirmed fake.
Oh,
well,
no.
There goes one half of the Twitter rumor that popped up recently. Discussion of a potential Japanese Twitter account for FZero has been confirmed fake today. The Twitter account in question has since posted a rather adult video to its feed. And it's certainly not something Nintendo would ever share. We can say without a doubt that this was a fan-made account. As for the Nintendo 35th anniversary account, that one hasn't changed at all since the first mentioning it. I guess that means there's still some hope for it being real, but after today's FZero debunking, it certainly seems less likely. I'm gonna. There's a link. Let's see here. After posting a porn video, here it is. All right, let's see. Yeah. I'll describe it to you guys.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I like how the guy, like in the very first scene, if you catch it, is wearing a shirt that says Islanders.
What, like the hockey team?
I'm assuming.
So this is like a rotoscoped two dudes foreplaying.
Yeah. Oh, it goes beyond dudes. Foreplay.
I'm only up to the foreplay, Will. Don't spoil anything for me. I accidentally played it. I'm gonna mute the friggin' audio.
It's like one of those like weird art pieces where it just like is choppy and like buffering.
I haven't seen a penis, Will.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single penis. I think it's still plausible that this is Nintendo. I don't know what they're talking about.
Has anybody said Falcon Punch yet or anything?
So here's the thing. I think that maybe the 35th anniversary Nintendo one was legit, and then somebody was like, "Oh, I could just make a account that looks like a Nintendo.co.jp account, and just troll people." So we kind of like piggybacked on it. Mm-hmm. But it certainly makes the other Twitter account seem less likely. Yeah. But I still think that they gotta do something for Mario's 35th anniversary.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't make a bigger deal out of it because we got a whole year for Luigi.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Who cares about the green one? Yeah, I just think they've seriously been having some major delays. I mean, we're more than halfway through the year, and we don't know what's happening in the second half of the year. But Nintendo themselves have been very transparent about their delays. Other game companies have not been so transparent. They've been trying to like kind of hide the fact that they've been having delays. Yeah. Due to the world ending. But Nintendo shares a detailed statement on the impact the pandemic has had on development, says schedules may be impacted. A few weeks back, we shared a statement from Shinya Takahashi, a general manager of Nintendo EPD, concerning the impact of the pandemic on Nintendo development schedules. It reads as follows. While product development is a little behind schedule in some areas due to the impact of COVID-19, game releases planned for this fiscal year are currently not affected. However, if the impact of COVID-19 is prolonged or becomes more severe, we may not be able to release future titles in line with existing plans. Thanks to Nintendo's 2020 report, we now have a more detailed explanation of how the pandemic could make things difficult for certain projects to move ahead. Read the full statement below. I will. Nintendo schedule... I'm having a stroke. Development schedules may be impacted due to the difference in development environment between working from home and in the office, since teleworking is implemented at the company and its partners. As a result, we may not be able to proceed with the release of Nintendo products and the start of services as planned. Nintendo will continue to conduct business operations by taking necessary measures so that it can continue to provide an environment in which consumers can enjoy its product and services while giving due consideration to the health and safety of its consumers and employees. So it sounds like Nintendo is trying to like give all of their employees the benefit of the doubt. They're like, we understand adjusting is really hard right now, so we'll just give you all the time that you need. So they're being super cool about it. Mm-hmm. Whereas I'd imagine like American companies are probably like, get the work done.
Yeah.
But also like, I mean, here in America, people working from home, like they're already having a hard time adjusting. Yeah. Certain people are like, they want to get back into the office because doing everything from home is like they just need to be able to change environments in order to have a good work-life balance. Mm-hmm. In Japan, it's especially difficult because working from home just isn't a thing.
Yeah, it's you show up at the office and you stay until the job is done. Sometimes that means 3 a.m.
Yeah, so. And like having your own business is like a weird thing in Japan. Like, entrepreneurship is like a weird thing. Like, internet business is a weird thing. Like, they're very traditional, and they like even working for a traditional company, like they want you to be in the office. So having all this work from home stuff must be super bizarre for them. Mm-hmm. And they're having a hard time adjusting, as you could see. So they just straight up came out and said, we're having a hard time adjusting. Things are going to be delayed. It is what it is. So there's your answer.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't really gotten any announcements for the rest of the year. It's possible there are none.
That's true too. But I feel like, the Switch still has some life left in it. So it's strange that they haven't, it's strange that they haven't announced something big for the end of the year yet. Even if it's just one thing, even if it is just the Mario 35th anniversary stuff, because at least it's something.
I mean, yeah, there's, I feel like it sounds like bad news to me because this is my job. And like if Nintendo's not doing anything, then I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
But as a consumer, I got plenty of games to play right now. I'm like completely overwhelmed with games. So like I'm hopefully in the next few weeks they will have something for everybody to look forward to. Because I'll have nothing to play in the next few weeks. Like right now I'm overwhelmed, but in like a few weeks I'm going to be open. So I might just fill that with Smash Brothers and Call of Duty Warzone though.
There you go. If you want, you can come and take care of your niece so I can play some games.
Will, excuse me. Excuse me, Will.
Yes,
I got this guy over here, okay? Look at him.
Oh, yes.
What are you doing?
Oh, yes. Little dog.
What are you doing right now? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Get off of me. He's wet. Why are you wet?
Did he get into the bathroom?
No, he's probably drinking out of his bowl. Now I'm wet. We got super chats.
Yes. We got a bunch.
We haven't read any today. Sorry, guys. Tim with 5 smackers. I want a full motion video game about Bob called Gamer Wulff. I'll moderate that ass. I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, that's derogatory and discriminatory.
Don't objectify this. Okay. Yeah. I'll moderate your ass. Okay. Louis Pimentel with $25. The stream sponsor.
My man.
Keep up the good work. It was a very short direct for my tasting.
It seemed like it was a very short direct for everybody's tasting.
There just wasn't. Really. I mean, you know what it is? I just wish I cared about Shin Megami Tensei. Because that's a big announcement, you know? That would have made the whole thing great if I cared about it.
I'm not saying people don't care about Shin Megami Tensei. I don't think a lot of people care about Shin Megami Tensei. More people care about the Nintendo first-party franchises and a lot of other games. Like, this is low on the totem pole for a lot of people.
At least here in America.
Yeah, making that your big announcement just seems like a letdown for a lot of people.
John Enquist with $5. Hey, Bob, I dare you as many dogs as you can possibly dare to make a game review of your choosing. No. Thanks, though. Next week's video has got to be a banger, man.
Yeah.
We're not doing last couple videos, not doing too hot. KO Ken with 1,000 clip. Did you read that Rocket League is going free to play? We have that as an article.
Yes, stay tuned.
Purple Odd Job with the Toonie. What games have you guys been playing lately? I've been juggling between The Last of Us Part 2, still halfway through it. Maybe I'll play more tonight. Paper Mario, which I guess I should talk a little bit about.
Yeah.
I haven't played much Smash. And I haven't played much Call of Duty Warzone lately.
I've been, the few moments I can get to play games, it's just Switch because I can pick that up and play. I've been playing The Messenger. It's very good. But I took a quick break to play a game called The Complex, which is actually an FMV game from the publisher of Gamer Girl.
Oh my God.
I didn't know this when I got the game. It's not a great game.
What made you get it?
It looked interesting.
I think you brought this up last week.
It looked like, one of those Telltale types of games, and I'm into those types of games. But it literally is just an interactive movie where, two choices come up and you have to pick one, and then the game goes off in that direction and whatnot. My big problem with the game, it's not a good game in and of itself. My big problem with the game, the reason why I stopped playing it is because I died at one point fairly on in the game. I died, and when you die, you start the game all over again. You can't just pick up from where you left off. You can't just, rewind or pick up a save state from, before you died. You start the whole thing all over again. Apparently, there's a fast forward button when you restart the game, so you can go through stuff you've already seen. But by that point, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah. So
this looks pretty bad.
I thought I could get through it, on its own before I bent all the BS with dying. It is like a B movie through and through, like sub B movie. Like the acting is pretty bad. Special effects and sets are very sci-fi TV movie of the week level.
Yeah, it looks like a CW show or something.
Yeah, it basically is. It's a glorified CW show that you just choose how it plays out. But at least the CW shows are kind of fun.
I lied. I did play Smash this weekend. Anyway,
The Messenger is very good. I recommend that.
Oh, you're still playing that?
Still playing that. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna be playing that for a while.
Did you get to the halfway point yet? You'll know if you got to the halfway point.
I got to the part where you become a 16-bit character.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're there. That's where I got, and then I got a little bit past that, and then I stopped playing for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been playing Paper Mario. A lot of people want to know how I feel about Paper Mario: The Origami King. It's a very controversial game because it doesn't play anything like the Paper Mario games everybody loves.
Oh boy.
It plays just like the Paper Mario games that I remember. The combat is not the same at all. It's a very, very weird, puzzly type of combat.
Yeah.
It's okay. The puzzly type of combat's fine. I finally got to a point where like you can actually get hit. Because like for the first 3 hours I played the game, the combat was way too easy.
Yeah.
But now I'm at a point where there's actual like what would you say? There's repercussions to the combat.
Yeah.
However, it's just okay. It's an okay game. Like I'd much rather. There's other games I would much rather be playing. I'm kind of just playing it because I feel obligated to.
Right.
If I had purchased this game, I might stop playing in the middle of it. I don't think I would have beaten it. It's charming. Like I like the characters and everything. It's kind of what I liked about the Wii Super Paper Mario.
Yeah.
My favorite part about the Paper Mario games isn't the actual fighting things. It's all of the other like puzzle-y stuff in the world. But this game, it's good. Like it's good. If you want your fill of Nintendo stuff, it's a good game. You will like it. You will pick it up and have a fine time. It's like 40 hours long, which is another reason why I'm like, I don't know if I want to beat it. I got Ghost of Tsushima.
I really want to play that game.
I want to play it, but I haven't touched it because I still want to beat The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And freaking Origami King. So yeah, Origami King's good. I would give it like an 80 maybe as far as what I've played.
Right.
Like a 79. Like it's good. But there's, 9 and 10s out there that I gotta put my time into.
Right.
Anyway.
What's next?
What is next? You want to talk about Rocket League or you want to talk about Xbox?
Let's talk about Xbox, 'cause I feel like there's a lot more about Xbox to talk about. Like there was a bunch of Xbox news.
So they're doing a thing, right?
They're doing a showcase tomorrow.
Explain that to me, because I tried to find an article and all the articles are from 1,000 years ago.
It's at this point I don't remember because like they've done a bunch of them.
Oh, you know what?
Not a bunch, but like they've done ones before. But I think this is supposed to be like actual gameplay, like for real gameplay.
Yeah, we're gonna get Halo 6 game.
We're gonna get Halo Infinite. Yeah, they unveiled the box art today.
Oh, they did.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's the Halo box art." It really does look like a high-res version of Halo 1 box art.
I don't see box art. I see like a wallpaper.
Hold on.
Oh, this is actually a legit wallpaper. That's why it looks like a wallpaper. It really does look like high-res Halo 1.
Yeah.
Look like someone just turned RTX on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah, what the hell?
Right before we started the show, I saw Jeff Keighley tweeted, Thursday, join me for the Xbox Games Showcase live on YouTube Gaming. Pre-show with additional world premieres. Showcase with Halo Infinite gameplay reveal. Post-show with Aaron Greenberg and developers, which I will definitely be tuning out for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all the website said, the Xbox.com.
I'll also note that this is a good tweet. He tweeted Xbox Showcase. Lots of creators appearing in YouTube Gaming Xbox pre-show tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Ninja, Alana Pierce, Jacksepticeye, Legs Frank. I don't know that person.
Oh, she used to work at Kotaku.
Oh, okay.
No, Polygon. Sorry.
Danny O'Dwyer, Matt Pat, Austin. This is Austin Evans, right? Yeah. Austin Evans, Ego Raptor, JD Witherspoon, Lamar Wilson, and Lauren Side, and more. I'd like to note that all of those people have been like in the gaming sphere for like 1,000 years.
Yeah.
There's no like new blood going on there.
There's no Wolf Den.
Those are all old men. I mean, we're the same age as half of those people.
Yeah.
So actually, I think literally all of them are our age, except for Lamar Wilson. He's
Alana
old.
Pierce is like younger than us.
She is
significantly younger than us.
She is significantly younger than us, but she's been in the industry for a long
time. Tech Radar says Microsoft is set to unveil a host of first-party Xbox Series X games during its Xbox Game Showcase on July 23rd.
First party.
First party.
Wow.
we'll definitely be seeing Halo Infinite gameplay for the first time, but also expect to hear more about confirmed Xbox Game Studios titles such as Hellblade 2, along with some surprise announcements. And while this event will primarily focus on first party, expect a few third party Xbox Series X games to make an appearance as well. So it's going to be focusing on first party games.
So there's a lot going on there because Microsoft has no first party games.
Microsoft has no first party games, but they have a lot of first party studios now.
Yeah, they have 1,000 first party game development studios, but 0 games. They got Halo, and even Cuphead is on the Switch. So that doesn't even like count anymore.
Their main franchises are Halo, Gears, and Forza.
So here's the thing, like this will be the defining thing. Like, they're going to show all these first party games, and will they be Xbox exclusives? If they're Xbox exclusives, this might sway a lot of people to the Xbox side in the next console generation. However, I have a feeling that these might not be for Xbox. A lot of them might not be Xbox exclusives.
If they're first party, there's a good chance they're also going to be on PC.
Oh yeah. I don't count PC as a platform.
Right. I don't think the fact that they can play it on PC is necessarily going to sway people either way. People will think it will, but for the most part, if you want to play games on a console, you're going to play the games on a console, and hopefully Microsoft gets you to play it on an Xbox. I don't think any of these games are going to come to Switch, at least not anytime soon.
It's like in the past, Microsoft has been cool with like doing timed exclusives.
Yeah,
like it'll be on Xbox first, and then in like a year, maybe you'll get it on the Switch or on PlayStation or whatever. I something's going on with the Series X and that generation.
Yeah,
I think tomorrow we might finally get some answers about that, like whether or not it'll actually have like a lot of real exclusives, or if it will have this weird sort of like homogenous, like it's developed by Microsoft, but you can play it wherever the hell you want. And what will that mean?
Well, I know Phil Spencer said that at least for the next few years, there's not going to be Xbox Series X exclusive games. They're going to be playable on Series X and Xbox One.
Right.
So
we'll get more information on that, I'm sure, too.
Right. Hopefully we'll get more information on that. Hopefully we'll get information on Lockhart.
Yes, that's a big deal. I mean, the big news is going to be the Halo 6 gameplay.
Right.
But my big news will be Lockhart. I want to know what the hell's going on with Lockhart.
Yeah.
And that's not something that is detailed. Or price. A price for Series X at all.
Yeah.
I feel like Microsoft is way more confident in their pricing than PlayStation is. So I feel like it wouldn't be weird if Microsoft releases the price first.
I don't know if confident is the word I would go with, but I would say that they know what the price is. They're not going to waver on it, even if they're afraid to announce it.
Well, I just think that they know what they're doing with the price. They're like, this is going to be like they figured out a good price for their console.
It's like when they announced the Xbox One X. When they announced that price, they said it was $500, and everyone was like, "Really? That's super expensive for a console." But they were just basically like, "Yeah, sorry, that's what it is."
Yeah, like I don't mean it's going to be a good price. Like we're going to be happy with it. I mean it's something that they are comfortable with. They've determined that this is the price that we could do it for, and that's it. PlayStation is like pulling their hair out. They're like, I don't know what the hell we're going to do with the price for this thing.
Yeah.
But anyway. We got a super chat from Hytham G that says $5 for $5. That says Phil Spencer had an interview with GameStar about Game Pass and said Nintendo is not interested for me. I don't trust what Phil Stingy interview says. Anyway, we have an article for that.
Yes. Where is it?
I just cut it. Hold on. I'm moving it. I'm moving everything so that I have
All right,
it.
I'll stop touching shit.
It's
Damn
there.
it!
It's there. That was your fault. Phil Spencer shuts down the idea of Xbox Game Pass coming to other platforms. This is on Nintendo Life. Last year, you might recall. So wait, hold on. Wait, we should back up a little bit actually, because Game Pass is merging with XCloud, isn't it?
Yes.
Didn't they confirm that?
I called that on this show.
I mean, yeah, it was. What, do we not have an article for that?
I guess not.
Game Pass. Game Pass.
Game Pass.
That's something we should talk about first.
Yeah. Here, I got The Verge.
Okay, good, because I got Forbes and I'd rather not read Forbes.
All right.
I got it. Microsoft to launch XCloud streaming free with Game Pass Ultimate in September. Ultimate?
Yes.
Is that a different tier?
Game Pass Ultimate, I think, is Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold, like a year of both.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna have that anyway. So I don't have Game Pass because I like to just own the games, and also there's barely any games that I would. I mean, it's cool that new games come to Game Pass. Like, what didn't Gears?
All first party games go to Game Pass day and date.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just rarely play on Xbox anyway.
Yeah.
I got it for Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
And then I hated Sea of Thieves. Microsoft is planning to launch its game streaming service, currently known as Project xCloud, free to its paying Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers in September. The xCloud service will allow Xbox players to play games on mobile devices or even start a game on their consoles and resume it on their phone or tablet. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate combines Xbox Live Access and Xbox Game Pass subscription, and starting in September, xCloud game streaming into a single $14.99 monthly subscription. I bet they'll drop the xCloud name entirely, and it'll just all be called Game Pass.
I don't know, because it really seems like that's going to be like another thing.
Mm-hmm.
If they're still calling it I mean,
like
it would make sense.
Another bullet point.
Yeah. It would make sense to just roll it into Game Pass, but Game Pass is specifically you download the game to your hard drive. xCloud is streaming.
Right.
So I feel like they're going to give it its own name just to differentiate it from downloading to hard drive.
I mean, having both options would be awesome.
Yeah, that's the ideal.
Microsoft is promising that more than 100 Xbox Game Pass titles will be playable on a phone or tablet when the streaming service launches. Microsoft isn't detailing which countries will be supported at launch just yet, though. The company has been building out its Azure data centers across the US and in parts of Europe with Xbox One S blades to stream Xbox games through xCloud. Okay. Microsoft will upgrade these servers to Xbox Series X hardware in 2021. It's a little late. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will be the only way to access xCloud streaming at launch, but it won't always be limited to Microsoft's top subscription tier. Quote, over time, we will continue to expand how we introduce streaming as part of the platform, and playing games that you own that aren't part of the subscription, says Microsoft Xbox Phil Spencer. For launch, we're putting it in Ultimate for no additional cost. We think it's a good audience for us to start with, and it's an audience that plays a lot of games. Okay, so that tells me that it's not always going to be part of xCloud Ultimate.
xCloud is supposed to be multi-platform. Your Xbox, your phone, your tablet, your computer. Game Pass is not.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass is specifically for your PC or your game console. So I think that's another reason why they want to keep xCloud separate in terms of services. Because otherwise, if you have Game Pass, it doesn't necessarily mean you can play the games on your phone. You need to have xCloud to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Game Pass right now is for people who have an Xbox. Right. And xCloud could be for people who don't have an Xbox and just maybe have a laptop or maybe have an Android phone and want to play on that. Mm-hmm. So maybe eventually it will be its own like $5 subscription or something. I'd imagine you will need an Xbox Live membership to play online with XCloud.
Yeah. Hence why they're bundling it into Ultimate.
Right. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess they'll figure out something else if you don't have an Xbox and you want to play these games.
Yeah.
Somebody also tweeted at me when this happened because Bob was right. So Will was right and Bob was right. Because I said that the 8-bit Do controller that is specifically for XCloud on Android devices.
Yes.
That controller had a release date, and they said this release date has nothing to do with the XCloud release date. And I said, no, that's bullcrap. It has everything to do. And turns out they're the same release date. So, I guess they both say September.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we can talk about Phil Spencer shuts down the ideas of Xbox Game Pass coming to other platforms.
Yes.
So I'm always saying that XCloud should be coming to the Switch. It would fit right at home on the Switch. Being able to stream Xbox games or PC games or whatever on your Switch, it sounds like a no-brainer. Last year, you might recall how the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, spoke about bringing Microsoft's Game Pass service to more platforms. I don't remember about specifically Game Pass. I remember XCloud, and I remember they had a GDC talk about bringing XCloud to specifically the Nintendo Switch. While the company has now achieved this within its own ecosystem, these comments have still got many people questioning if the subscription service will be made available on other systems like Nintendo Switch. Are they saying that Game Pass is on PC?
It is.
Oh, well, there you go.
I said it was on PC.
You said that? Because I said it was for people who have an Xbox.
Yeah, but I said because I said back when I was differentiating XCloud and Game Pass is only for Xbox and PC, whereas XCloud includes phone, tablet, and possibly other devices.
Right. Anyway, since he previously spoke about this, Spencer has said the company is more focused on its next generation of Xbox gaming, and also mentioned how he's a little over the rumors about select Xbox titles coming to the Switch. Oh boy. Now in a recent... Well, then maybe you shouldn't be so cagey about it. Just say it, that they're exclusives.
Yeah.
Now in a recent video interview with the German website GameStar, he's explained how there are no plans to bring Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass service to other platforms. The reason behind this is that these companies, quote, aren't really that interested in having a full Xbox experience. What does that mean? And Microsoft wants to deliver with its Game Pass service. Here's exactly what he said. Thing about other gaming console platforms is we're not able to bring a full Xbox experience on those platforms. In places where we have like mobile phones, like we're doing now with XCloud coming to the Game Pass Ultimate, what we've done with PC in bringing our full Xbox experience there, because we know when somebody is playing one of our Xbox games, there is an expectation that I've got my Xbox Live community, I have my achievements, Game Pass is an option for me, my first-party library is completely there. The other competitive platforms aren't really that interested in having a full Xbox experience on their hardware. But for us, we want to be where gamers want to be, and that's the path that we're on. I'm a gamer, and I want it on my Switch!
You have to remember, at the end of the day, Microsoft has a console, and they may be doing things like putting some of their games on Switch, putting most of their games on PC, but they want you to eventually buy an Xbox.
That's the thing that I don't know. Because everything that they've been doing lately is pointing towards they don't care where you buy the game as long as you buy the game.
They're being more open about it, but they're still putting out possibly 2 new Xboxes. So why would they all of a sudden, like, here's a brand new system that we just put out that we really want you to buy, but if you don't want to, that's fine. Play it on the Nintendo Switch.
I think we're going to get a lot of answers tomorrow, because if there's some first party games that are on other consoles, then there's your answer. Then Microsoft really doesn't care where you buy the games, if you buy an Xbox Series X or whatever.
Well, I mean, I feel like if they really didn't care, they wouldn't put out a new Xbox.
Well, that's the thing. Like they, yeah, I guess they could just completely dissolve the platform. But to me, the next Xbox is a vessel for their services. You know what I mean? It'd be like if Netflix makes their own Netflix box.
Right.
That's what that's what Microsoft sounds like their game plan is to me right now. But then Phil Spencer just said all this stuff, and then that throws me for a loop. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, it sounds like not that they're backpedaling, but that they're
sounds like backpedaling.
All right, it's a little bit of backpedaling. they're less aggressive about putting things on other platforms, and they're more focused on their own device that they're going to be launching and selling at the end of the year.
They literally had a GDC talk about putting XCloud on other platforms, including the Nintendo Switch. So that's why I'm like, this is a surprise.
And you know what? Maybe in like a few years they'll do that, but as of right now, they're about to sell a very expensive piece of hardware, so they want you to buy that very expensive piece of hardware, not a significantly cheaper piece of hardware that can play all the same games from another company.
Another reason I think that they don't really care is because, you know, consoles historically they only sell the console not to make money, but obviously they sell the console to make money, but the console
at a loss,
yes,
and hope to make the money back through games.
Yes, which is why I think that they don't really care about people purchasing the Series X. They care, that's more of a marketing cost for their services or their first party games, but they don't have any first party games. Tomorrow we'll find out about their first party games. Like PlayStation, they got a bunch of first party games. In their PlayStation 5 showcase, they showed all these first-party games. This is why you're going to be playing a PlayStation 5. For Microsoft, they're showing off all their services. Like, this is why you're going to be buying a Xbox Series X. And it's more murky with Microsoft. And Nintendo has no games. Nintendo has no games anymore. Anyway, we're not done with Xbox news. There's a whole bunch of Xbox news still. So they're having a showcase tomorrow. We're going to learn more about everything there. Mm-hmm. We now know the Xbox One X is no longer in production.
Not just the Xbox One X, but the Xbox One S all digital edition.
Okay, so we actually talked about this when we were talking about we were talking about Lockhart or something.
Right.
And we were talking about how there's going to be two consoles.
Yeah.
And the rumored specs for Lockhart seemed a little worse than the Xbox One X.
Yes, exactly.
And that was confusing. And we were like, what are they going to do? How are they going to sell the Xbox One X and Lockhart at the same time?
Yeah.
And I was like, they'll probably be the same price or something. They'll lower the price of the One X. Now we have our answer. They're just straight up discontinuing the One X, which I would have never guessed that they would do.
Yeah. Microsoft has announced that in the lead up to the Xbox Series X, the company will cease production on the One X and the Xbox One S all digital edition, commonly known as the Xbox One SAD.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
The standard Xbox One S will still be manufactured and available for purchase. In a statement to IGN, a Microsoft spokesperson confirmed, as we ramp into the future with Xbox Series X, we take the natural step of stopping production on Xbox One X and Xbox One SAD. Check out Microsoft's full statement below. At Xbox, we are making massive investments to forge the future of gaming, a future that puts the player at the center of the Xbox experience. We continue to build great games for Xbox One. We continue to build out Game Pass, now with more than 10 million members across Xbox console and PC. Bob.
No Switch.
We are previewing Project XCloud in 15 countries so gamers can play games with their friends on any device. And we're working hard on the next generation of consoles, next generation of console gaming with the Xbox Series X, the fastest, most powerful console we've ever built, which includes backwards compatibility with thousands of Xbox games and all Xbox One accessories. As we ramp into the future with Xbox Series X, we're taking the natural step of stopping production on Xbox One X and Xbox One SAD. Xbox One S will continue to be manufactured and sold globally. Gamers can check with their local retailer for more details on Xbox One hardware availability.
I like your Xbox PR voice.
You have to like make it sound like it's PR speak because it's always like a calm and soothing voice that lets you know that they're still your friend even though they want all of your money in their hands right now.
Okay, so my biggest question is what the hell price point is friggin' Lockhart gonna be?
Yeah,
because is Lockhart might be the freaking Xbox One S of the generation.
Yeah. Well, that's what we thought it was going to be. We thought Lockhart was going to be the One S version, the cheaper version, less powerful version, but it gets you in the door and plays all the games. Right. But now it looks like the One S is still that console.
I mean, game companies always sell the old console still for a little bit.
Yeah.
They never just completely sever it. But they're doing that with the One X, which is super weird. That weirds me out. But I guess it makes sense because the One X is in a weird position in the market that they're trying to set up.
Yeah.
It's a weird in-between of both the Lockhart and the Series X.
Yeah. It's like...
But it's expensive. So it's expensive like the Series X.
So the One X, when it launched, was $500, which is a lot for a video game system. I'd imagine that Series X will launch for the same price.
Yeah, I would think 500 is safe.
Yeah. Which begs the question, what would Lockhart launch for? Because what can you get... Like, what is the retail price of a Series X, of a One X now? Like
now, that's
300?
Another confusing question because nobody sells consoles for MSRP anymore.
Right.
The MSRP is always wacky. One S. I always see it for 200, but I don't think that's the MSRP.
I think the MSRP for a One S is supposed to be 300, but you always see it for like 250.
Can I freaking buy the console? 300 on Microsoft's website. Xbox One S includes built-in 4K Blu-ray. 300
for a One S.
For a One S.
Okay.
So I think Lockhart 300. That's pretty good. That sounds about right.
So I just on Best Buy, the Jedi Fallen Order One X bundle, it's sold out, but it was 400. So, yeah, Lockhart would have to be less than that.
I think.
But now that the One X is being discontinued, if stores are clearancing it out, there's a very good chance that you could get it for less than Lockhart.
Yes, and it's more powerful.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Again, I don't know. There's a weird ecosystem going on.
Yeah. That's right. There's also the Cyberpunk version of One X that isn't out yet.
Oh, that's true.
It's sold. It says sold out on Best Buy's website, so they probably sold out of pre-orders. But
so when are they discontinuing? Well, it's no longer in production. Yeah. So that means they're discontinuing it. So when will it be? So does that mean they produced all the Cyberpunk ones?
They must have.
Oh, that's another thing. Cyberpunk got delayed like 1,000 times. That friggin' console is probably supposed to be out in like March.
Yeah.
Wow. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's they might just be sitting in a warehouse somewhere. If you got one of those Cyberpunk Xbox One X's, you're sitting on a gold mine, man. Because there's not going to be any more after that first initial run. That's crazy.
I'm on Target now just to see like what they're doing with One X's, or like see if they have the Cyberpunk version for sale. And down the page for the results for Xbox One X is a Nintendo Switch.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right, we got some super chat. That's it for Xbox,
Yeah.
right?
No, there's one more, and this is strange to me, but this can be real quick. Microsoft no longer selling 12 months Xbox Live Gold plans ahead of Series X launch.
That is weird.
Microsoft has officially stopped selling 12-month Xbox Live Gold plans, possibly hinting at a stronger focus on Game Pass Ultimate or a new service that could be on the way in time for the launch of Xbox Series X. Microsoft confirmed the change to True Achievements, stating that even though the 12-month plan is not being sold at this time, the 3-month and 1-month plans are still available for purchase. At this time, Microsoft has decided to remove the 12-month Xbox Live Gold SKU from the Microsoft Online Store. Customers can still sign up for 1-month or 3-month Xbox Live Gold subscriptions through the Microsoft Store. Microsoft gave no further reason as to why it made the change, but earlier this week, Phil Spencer announced that Game Pass Ultimate members will automatically be entitled to Project XCloud service in September 2020 at no additional cost.
It sounds like they might be rolling in Xbox Live with Game Pass. With XCloud.
Don't want that.
I'm on the Xbox website right now.
Yeah.
And the tiles here, the first thing, Xbox Game Showcase. Yeah. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Yeah. Get your first month of Ultimate for $1. Includes Xbox Live Gold and over 100 high-quality console and PC games. And then it says join Game Pass. So they're really pushing Game Pass.
I understand.
Even rolled in with Live.
Right. Look, I understand that they want to push Game Pass, and I understand that they want to push Ultimate because it bundles all three of their services together. But there are going to be people out there who don't want to do that. They just want Xbox Live because they want to play the games the way they've always played them, and they want to play online with their friends. And they want to buy the year subscription because it's usually cheaper, and they don't want to, have to budget month to month the subscription fee to Xbox Live. It makes no sense to just cut that option out entirely in order to force people to buy the more expensive subscription service with features that they're not even going to want.
Now, here's an interesting thing that KJ92 in the chat says it's going to be free. I highly doubt that.
No.
They see a lot of dollar signs here. You know what I mean?
They see a lot of dollar signs in that, but in turn, we've always seen that reflected back because Xbox Live Gold has been a paid service since the original Xbox. But because of that, they've been reinvesting that money, and Xbox Live to this day is a much better online infrastructure than anything Sony has to offer, and definitely better than anything Nintendo has to offer.
Yeah, Xbox has been the paid. They were the first paid online service, and they've always said that it's because it's better than everything else, and then everybody else joined the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And I just so they're seeing good numbers with Game Pass. Game Pass is selling a lot, but so is Xbox Live. So I can't see them just being like, you know what, forget it. Xbox Live is free now because there's people who don't want Game Pass, and they just want Xbox Live. Putting them both together, I can see them doing that.
Yeah, and I'm not against them doing that. What I'm against is them forcing one to be bundled with the other at a higher price that people don't necessarily want.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not at a higher price.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's what I'm hoping.
We know Ultimate is $15 a month. And Xbox Live Gold is not that per month.
Here's what they're going to do.
I'm listening.
Bundling them both together, $70 a year. Because that's going to be the price of the new games.
Right.
And that's going to be the justification for raising the price, is that friggin' Game Pass is in there. XCloud will be a part of it for the first year or whatever. And then XCloud will spin off into its own thing, and then we got a bundle with that in there too for $80 or some stuff.
Yeah.
That's my theory. And we'll find out tomorrow, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah. A 1 month of gold is $10. The 3-month bundle is $25.
Never buy a month for $10.
No.
You will always be able to get that for $1 somewhere.
Yeah. That's why I like buying the year subscriptions.
Yeah. I like buying the year randomly when I see it on sale somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, we got super chats.
Now I got to look to make sure I get a sale.
I don't. You know what? I never actually end up doing that. I always just let it lapse on my credit card, and then I go, "Damn it!"
I know mine's up in September, so I gotta find one now. Get it out of the way.
Zephyr in the chat says Bob is wrong. I don't know what he's referring to, but you know what? It's usually how it goes around here. Exized with $5 says, "Hi Bob, would love to see more videos about gaming culture, like the Game Boy modding video. You are a good filmer. Keep up the good work." Exized. I would love to make more videos like that. If you want to see more videos like that, you gotta like, share, subscribe, comment, all that stuff, because YouTube doesn't want to see more videos like that. YouTube told me, stop doing this, make more clickbait. That's what YouTube told me.
Same thing with action figure videos.
Well, I think you were doomed because my video did bad.
Yeah, no,
it's a snowball effect. It's been downhill since last week.
I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, no matter what. But
yeah,
I knew going into that, it's like this is not gonna get the usual traffic. But you know what? I want to talk about toys.
I mean, we talked about doing action figure videos.
Yeah, and that was the last minute decision on my part, and that's why the video is a little rough. But if you liked it, consider that a test run. Let me know. I did just get this.
Oh, what the hell, man? Should have been on that. Friggin' Wonder Woman. Nobody cares about the Wonder Woman toy.
So let me explain.
All right.
I got this late last night.
Okay.
I ordered this in May.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered this through Wish, which I don't recommend.
Why?
Because a friend of mine told me, yo, man, they got the NECA Ninja Turtles figures and they got them for cheap. And this was significantly cheap. However, it was coming from China and got delayed significantly thanks to coronavirus. Which is why I was hunting for them in Walmart, because I gave up the fact of this ever coming.
Did anybody get theirs?
No.
like even
the Walmart NECA Turtles?
No, like that one that you have in your hand.
Oh, this like was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Oh, okay. So that's not the new NECAs.
These are the same figures, just so these figures when they first came out was in this bundle for San Diego Comic-Con. Okay. Since then, they've been re-releasing the figures as different store exclusives. At GameStop, they sold them individually. Now at Walmart, they're in 2-packs.
Okay.
You follow?
I follow.
Yeah. I had given up.
So they're just packaged differently.
Yes. I'd given up ever seeing this come to my door. So that's why I was on the hunt for the Walmart versions. But now it's here, and I checked. It looks authentic. Like, that's them.
No, that's the one that everybody wants. Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is after, the NECA Twitter account posted a lengthy comment like, we know there's a problem. We're working on it. Please don't buy from scalpers.
AJ in the chat says, I got that exclusive Invisible Jet Wonder Woman toy, my guy. I think he's lying.
There was an Invisible Jet exclusive at one Comic-Con. But I think he is lying.
We also got Oopie Doopie with $5. Excited for Luigi Infinite tomorrow? Because he's green.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
I get it.
Imagine if Nintendo's new games are going to be on Xbox.
That'll be the day. Imagine if, like, after the stream, Nintendo tweets, hey, we're going to have something tomorrow, and the time is for after the Xbox showcase. And it's the Mario 30th anniversary thing, or it's Prime 4.
Yo, that would freaking just suck all the thunder out of out of Microsoft.
Microsoft could have the best showcase ever. Everybody would decide that day, screw the PS5, we're getting Series X when it comes out, and then Nintendo's just like, Metroid Prime 4 coming out this Christmas. Screw you, Microsoft.
Ooh, here we go. Jacob in the chat says Analog Pocket possible release date on their official Twitter.
Yes, I forgot to bring that up.
I don't think this is a release date. I think this is an announcement.
Yeah, either an announcement or a pre-order date. But I want that.
That's cool. I'm for it.
Yeah.
So is Spawnwave. Here he is. And so is Pat Contry. I am very excited about this.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, now we can finally talk about Rocket League.
Yeah.
It's free to play. Wow.
Yeah. Rocket League, the card-based soccer game that has seen over 75 million players since it launched in 2015, will be going free to play in summer 2020. And anyone who plays the game before it goes free to play will be rewarded with legacy status.
Whoa.
Psyonix, the developer of Rocket League, announced the news today and revealed that the move to free to play will not only include major changes to tournaments and challenge systems, but will also add cross-platform progression for players' inventory, players' item inventory, Rocket Pass progress, and competitive rank, all by linking to the Epic Games account. Additionally, Rocket League will make its debut on the Epic Games Store when it officially goes free to play. This version will be identical to all others and will have cross-play with all platforms. Following the move to free to play, Rocket League will no longer be available to download on Steam for new players. Existing players on Steam and every existing platform, for that matter, will still get full support for future updates and features. As for legacy status, any player who played Rocket League prior to its move to free-to-play will earn the following. All Rocket League branded DLC released before free-to-play. Established 20XX title that displays the year when the player first started playing Rocket League. 200 plus common items upgraded to legacy quality. Golden Cosmos boost. Desi Aura wheels, and Huntress player banner. Furthermore, any player that has played Rocket League prior to today's announcement will receive the Faded Cosmos boost. This item and all the above will be awarded to the players' accounts when Rocket League goes free to play.
Did they say cross progression? Oh,
yes.
And add cross, but will also add cross-platform progression. So they don't have it right now, but they will have it.
Yes.
That is really cool because people might be butthurt about this because they purchased the game.
Yeah.
But the game launched as a PlayStation Plus free game.
Yes.
So I got it for free on the PlayStation. I paid for it on the Switch, though.
Same.
So can I get freaking both? Can I get the Mario skin, and whatever I have? I want the status from my
I
PS4.
don't have it up here, but somebody sent us the physical version of that game, and I have it. Yeah.
I want the status from my PS4 where it says that I was a friggin' day one guy.
I need to get the DC bundle because right now the only Batmobile I have in the game is Ben Affleck's.
Ouch. Well, do you get that for free?
No, I paid for that.
No, I mean everything, all of the other DLC where you get it for free, like all of the cars and stuff.
I don't think so.
Now that you paid for the game, is what I'm saying.
No, I don't think that's how that works. I think all Rocket League branded DLC. That doesn't necessarily mean
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Lame.
Yeah.
Third-party stuff's best stuff.
I know. I got to download the update. Did I get the DeLorean when I got it? Crap. All right. Let it update. I gotta look at it later.
All right. Last thing we have for the story here
is
Crysis Remastered is on the Switch, and apparently it runs well.
Yes.
I don't really have anything to say about this. I just wanted to bring it up because we kind of trashed on it like a week or two ago.
For those of you who don't remember, Crysis, the original Crysis, is coming to current consoles in a remastered version, including the Switch. They showed a trailer for the Switch version, and it looked abysmal. It didn't run very well. The graphics looked kind of bad. So, Crytek saw that and fixed it, and now released a new trailer showcasing the game running in its current optimal setting, and it does look better.
I haven't seen the trailer. I've only seen the Digital Foundry. I haven't seen the whole thing because it's freaking 26 minutes long. But also,
I think there's a shorter version.
Game Explained did one that was 13 minutes, and they straight up said this runs great. Everything's great.
Yeah, I think that the trailer that Crytek put out, it specifically says like somewhere like running on a Switch at 720p at whatever frames a second. And they point out all like the cool things it does, like the lighting. The first thing they showed is foliage moves. So like when you walk through the grass, it moves with you.
Oh, here it is. Tech trailer.
Yeah.
I wonder if the last trailer was just made by a bad trailer, because all the trailers are made by like a lot of trailers are made by a third party studio.
Yeah.
So maybe the third party studio, all these third party, it's made by a third party studio that just specifically only makes trailers. Maybe they just got a really bad one.
They probably got an early build of the game and just made it with that without, realizing that the game looks very rough.
It looked like the focus was on trying to recreate the original Crysis trailer.
Yeah.
And maybe that just wasn't the best way to showcase everything that the game technically has to offer.
Yeah.
This trailer looks a lot better.
Yeah.
This actually is showing what the game technically has to offer.
Yeah. Vegetation bending, that's what they call it.
Voxel-based global illumination. Light rays and sunbeams. I mean, this is a technical showcase, so like obviously it's gonna look good. I'll judge it when I get my hands on it. But Digital Foundry and Game Explained both said that it runs great. And it feels good. So is it gonna have multiplayer?
I don't know.
Probably is, right?
Should.
I will. Oh, that it has gyro aiming.
Yeah.
I'll judge it when it comes out. When does it come out?
Soon.
July 23rd. Today.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
My computer still is like 5 hours early for whatever reason. I don't know why. And then after I'm on the computer for a while, sometimes it'll fix the clock, but I don't know. Anyway, that's all the news.
Yes.
We do have a tweet of the week, though.
We do unboxings first.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
We'll do unboxings. What do you have? You have something. Oh, you put this here for me. Oh, this is the little red stick that.
Yeah.
This is an adapter Will showed me that you could play whatever friggin' controllers you want to play on this. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Makes Pokemon Sword and Shield 10 times easier. Why?
I might have missed that.
At just $25, I was satisfied with this thing underlying purpose as a controller adapter, which allows you to use both wired and wireless controllers for Xbox One. Bluetooth models don't require wireless dongle. Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Wii, and more as Pro controllers for your Switch, Rumble, Action, and all. It couldn't be... Did I just see a vibrator? I think I just got mad.
This website, it's Kinja's deals website, and then now they advertise sex toys.
Okay. It couldn't be any easier to set up, plug it in on an available USB port on your Nintendo Switch. If your mobile hook it up directly to handheld, blah blah blah. Okay, this is like an ad for this thing. Bluetooth users are in for a more wonky pairing process. Okay, tell me why it makes Sword and Shield easier to play. Or is that just clickbait?
No, here we go. We could stop on that lonesome merit, but some of you might already be inclined to throw one into your cart. But the Switch Up possesses a game-changing sorcery that makes a must-have for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Handful of the games you see. This thing is a glorified macro machine that has an automatic button sequencing to carry out your most common and tedious actions in some of your favorite games, allowing you to step away and get stuff done in the real world while your virtual self is securing the bag.
I am buying this right now.
Okay.
I mainly bought the Switch up for Pokemon macros, and that's most likely what I've... Okay. I still have yet to find something that does macros, like, perfectly.
Right. No, this might be it.
This might be it. $25.
Yeah.
I'll let you all know how it is, maybe on Tuesday. Who knows?
There you go. All right. Well, before we get to the unboxings, DJ Viper Oss with 5 Aussies in the chat. Thanks, guys, for the heads up. Just purchased my pre-order of Cyberpunk console and the game bundle in Australia. Gotta love that Aussie tax markup.
Damn. Oh, that's great that you were able to get that.
Yeah.
I kind of want it now.
I know, right? I mean, it's not a bad.
I would leave it in the box.
It's not a bad looking design.
That's gonna be a rare ass console.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we got a lot to unbox.
We do, so I'll try to go through this as quickly as possible.
I also have something to unbox. I'm gonna make this really quick though, because there's really not much to it.
All right, you go first then.
I got this. It's the Game Boy Cart Reader.
Game Boy Cart. Oh, is that for you hook it up to your computer and you can read Game Boy carts?
Yes. So, did I unbox the Wi-Fi printer on here?
Yes.
So that's something that you plug into the Game Boy and it acts as a Game Boy printer, but instead of printing Game Boy stuff, it prints it to your computer as a bitmap file.
Yeah.
This is you plug a Game Boy cartridge into it, and it just straight up rips the save file, and it has a USB cable, and it just plugs right into your computer. So I got Pokemon right here. You plug this bad boy in somehow, like that, and then you plug it into your computer, and it just dumps the file, and you can also put the file into it.
So is it just the save file, or is it the ROM? Can you take the ROM as well?
I believe you can do the ROM also.
Okay.
So maybe I should get some blank cartridges, or just some cheap cartridges.
Yeah.
So Game Changer Mod had a really cool thing. I don't know if you saw it in my video, but when they're displaying their Game Boys, they have their logo on the Game Boy screens, and it's because they have a blank cartridge that just has their logo on it.
Yeah.
So we can get a blank cartridge and put the Wulff Den logo on it.
That's cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
But I got this specifically for Game Boy camera pictures.
Right.
It'll make my life a lot easier to dump the save file and pull the bitmaps off of them that way.
Yeah.
And I was planning on making a video about ways to dump Game Boy camera pictures. But that'll have to wait until we have a couple bangers. because the last few videos weren't bangers.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my unboxing. Now it's your turn.
Okay. All right. Let's start with this. We got some games from Super Rare Games.
Oh, yes!
That I probably should have taken out of the saran wrap that they're in.
We've probably spent a long time. That's probably been sitting there for a long time.
Yeah. There was like 7 boxes, so yeah.
Yeah, we should have gotten a P.O. box.
Graceful Explosion Machine and World of Goo for the Nintendo Switch.
Graceful Explosion Machine. That was I remember that.
I've played like World of Goo on Wii.
World of Goo was a launch title.
World of Goo was a launch title for the WiiWare service.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a launch title on Switch also.
Yeah. This is a good game. It's fun. 10 out of 10. Wulff Den of seal of approval.
Graceful Explosion Machine was like one of the first games announced for the Switch, I think.
Yeah.
Or like one of the first one in the next wave after the launch. And it was like super cheap or whatever.
It looks like they also come with stickers and cards.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That is neat.
Thank you,
next.
Super Rare.
Super Rare Games, yeah. Next this is from Bag Smart. It is, I'm going to take it out of the packaging.
Wildcat says, just bought World of Goo today.
Nice. You're in for a treat. This is a Nintendo Switch case.
Yay.
That's it. I got my Switch over there. I'm sure it'll fit in here. I actually dislike this. It's kind of thin.
I had a mental breakdown last night, and I bought $140 worth of pink Nintendo Switch accessories and controllers and cases and stuff.
Why?
I had a mental breakdown. I told you.
All right, fair enough. I've been on action figure run, and I finally got the pre-order for the Spawn Mortal Kombat Spawn. That's Target exclusive.
Oh, Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about the Kickstarter one that they remade.
No, that's coming in November apparently. So, oh yeah, there you go. Fits a regular size Switch. Nice case.
Is it regular size?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There's proof.
All right. There you go. Next. What's that? All right. These I have no idea what these are. This is from Shapeways. This thing says it comes with a Joy-Con grip case and Switch Pro controller case. 2 different versions of them.
Oh, yes, I know these people.
Okay.
I like the. They emailed me. Okay, so I have a case for my Pro controller.
Okay.
Because if you're gonna travel with a controller and you're just gonna throw it in your bag, it's not good for the buttons.
Right.
So I got this stupid case. And I just bought this on Amazon. It's literally a case that just fits the Pro controller. This is actually the knockoff. That's how much I care about it. This is the knockoff Pro controller, but
Right.
Yeah, and I like this. I like having a case for my controllers. But the case makes it big and bulky. That is like the most minimal case you can get for a controller.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't have a Pro controller, but they also come with Joy-Con grip cases. So let me just put it in my Joy-Con grip.
Can't believe you don't have a Pro controller. You should take my knockoff.
I primarily play in. I have this PowerA one, but I primarily play in portable modes. Why do I need it? All right.
I think you still have all of my Pro controller alternatives.
I have a bunch of them.
Yeah. Show the world here.
I'm trying to get it on.
Get it on, baby. So it leaves a little exposed.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Unless did I put it in wrong?
I will never use that.
I put it in wrong. There you go. It's like that. I had it on upside down.
Oh yeah, because it covers the shoulder buttons.
So the 2 versions.
Because who cares about the grip? Like let the grip get scuffed.
So there's 2 versions. There's this one which is solid, and then there's this one which isn't.
That's what I like. I like that.
Yeah.
Because the only reason I have it, the only reason I would have something like that is just to make sure the buttons aren't getting pressed.
Right.
Because not only is it just bad for the buttons, but also it's bad for the battery life of the controller. Because if it's constantly getting knocked against stuff in your backpack, it'll stay on. Like
this will do that. Both of them will do that. The Pro controller also has a version where it's like solid or
that's the one that I want to. That's the only one I care about. I'm never using the Joy-Con one.
Got a lot of thoughts clean up in this room. All right. There you go.
I like that. Yeah. Well, what's the name of the company? Because I got to pull up a picture.
Shapeways.
Because I like the way it looks on the controller.
Oh, look at that! So it fits my PowerA controller, kind of.
Oh wow!
There you go.
Put the other one on it. The other one is the cool one.
There you go. Oh, it even has so you can see the light on the bottom.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
The power shield and the light shield. The light shield has the holes, and the power shield doesn't. Right? Yeah, the light shield has the holes, and the power shield doesn't. There you go. Cool. All right.
I cannot find it at all on their website.
What's next? Hold on. Now they're all back there, so I gotta just don't do this. All right. this thing. It is from Nyko, and it is a bottle opener.
No. Wait, make sure there's no embargo.
There's nothing in here other than a bottle opener, I guess a stand for the Switch that fell out of the packaging.
I'm worried about Nyko.
Oh, wait, hold on. There is something here. All right. I'm not seeing anything that says embargo. It's just I'm marketing VP. I want to personally send. I enjoy it and think you will too. All right. I'm not seeing anything here.
Is it the Rock and Shock?
It is the Rock and Shock, yes.
Okay.
Can
no,
I
the
show
Rock
it?
and Shock Rumble effect. Okay. We're excited to review, but we hope you enjoy the... I see nothing about an embargo.
All right, here it is.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I am very interested in this thing.
I'm curious to see how this works. I don't have a Switch Lite, so I can't test it, but yeah, you just plug it into your headphone jack and it shakes.
I'm going to test that.
Okay. And then yeah, it's a little stand.
I will rip that open. We talked about it last week, I think.
Yes.
At the very end of the show.
Yes.
So it gives your Switch Lite rumble, but only through audio cues.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how that's gonna work. My next video is a Satisfy sponsored one. Maybe I should do that because it's a competing grip.
Yeah. Next one is from Hori.
Okay, let me check this one too.
Yeah.
I'm
not
pretty sure it's not.
We have two new products that we think would be interest. FAQ.
Nope, they just said your samples are being shipped. They didn't even tell me what it is or that they were sending it or anything.
I've seen. Wait, hold on. Both products have been released.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Go for it.
So, all right. So, one is a Fighting Commander gamepad for the Switch.
That looks a lot like their. Oh no, that was Power. I think that made the. This one.
Yeah, I feel like Hori has sent us something like this before.
I think this was Power. Yeah, this is Power.
Okay, so this is Hori. So this is Hori's version of it.
And this has a cable that you plug in.
Yeah. This is the Fighting Commander is the ultimate controller for 2D fighting games. It also works great on many other 2D software titles. This pad is a pure performer with the industry's best D-pad, 6-button layout, large buttons, improved ergonomics, and high-quality construction. Features include an RL toggle switch that allows all buttons to be accessed by the right hand and more. Switch the D-pad to function as a D-pad, the left analog stick, or the right analog stick. The 10-foot cable is long enough for most gaming environments, and the wired connection ensures quick and accurate response. Also compatible with PC through X input, officially licensed by Nintendo.
How many shoulder buttons on that bad boy? Four.
4.
It has 4.
Has 4.
So the difference is that this Power one, is modeled after the Sega Saturn, so it has like the Sega style D-pad.
Yeah.
But this has a toggle that could have directional input, left stick, or right stick.
Yeah, so does this.
I thought you said it was shoulder button toggle.
There's an additional shoulder button toggle.
Oh, that's cool. This does not have... Oh, no, this does. This does have that.
This does? Okay.
At the top, it has ZL, ZR, L and R, ZL, ZR, L and C.
So this has LZL, and then it says RSB, LSB.
Well, they said in that little list that you read off that you can map any button to the L and R buttons.
It says...
Or the right hand, whatever the right hand is.
Where did I see it? Features include an RL toggle switch to allow all buttons to be accessed by the right hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So I think that just means you could flip the L and R buttons.
So left shoulder button and right shoulder button, you can make it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. They also sent us a blue light screen filter for the Switch.
Yay.
Now.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. I've been playing the Switch in bed.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. That's where the magic happens. The thing is, like, when you play at night, my phone has, a night mode where it kills the blue light. My iPad has it.
That's true.
My Switch does not, and it's very noticeable, even when you turn the brightness all the way down. I'm willing to give this a shot.
Do it
to see if it actually works.
I don't like screen protectors. I'd rather my Switch just get messed up.
So I have nothing against screen protectors. I don't have one because I don't feel like I need one. But if this says it will block blue light or at least limit it, I will, because I do nothing but stare at screens all day.
That sounds like if you're only playing your Switch in bed, then yeah, you should just throw that.
Not that I'm only playing it in bed, but limiting blue light is never a bad thing. So
right.
I'm willing to,
as long as it doesn't affect the color the rest of the time,
Right. All right. Next.
We got a lot of stuff here.
We did, but I think we're winding down. This is Auto Cart coffee syrup.
Oh, okay. The fond loop is that?
I don't know. Who sent this to us?
Does it not have anything in it?
It doesn't. It's from Amazon. It just says Wulff Den, our P.O. box.
So, I must have been talking about this on a live stream or something. Someone's like, I'm just going to send that to you. Is that Fred? That might have been Fred.
It might have been Fred.
What is it? Oh, it is Fred. It is Fred. He talked about this.
Ingredients: high fructose corn syrup, coffee extract, caramel color, potassium sorbate. Directions: mix 2 tablespoons with 8 ounces of milk. Refrigerate after opening. Interesting. So it's literally just sugar for your coffee.
Oh, no, he did send this, and then he said, you'll find out. I still don't know what the hell it is. What is it?
It sounds like it's just liquid sugar for your coffee.
Then what the hell? Autocrat coffee syrup, official state drink, coffee milk of Rhode Island. No, wait, what? Official state drunk coffee milk of... Okay, so this is coffee milk. This is what he was talking about.
Well, it says to mix with milk.
This product is manufactured in the United States. I still don't know what it is.
I think this is just simple syrup. You mix this in with milk and then pour it in your coffee. That's it.
I don't think you pour it in your coffee. That's the thing. I think that you mix that with milk and then that's it. And then that's your drink.
High fructose corn syrup, coffee extract, caramel color, potassium sorbate. Those are the instructions.
I got it.
The ingredients.
I got it here. Okay. Coffee milk is a drink made by mixing coffee syrup or coffee extract and milk together in a manner similar to chocolate milk. So you literally just mix that with milk. That sounds
terrible.
That sounds absolutely horrible, but I will give it a shot. I will try it. Thank you, Fred, you freaking whack job.
And last,
Tapu says, why am I listening to these bozos talk about milk for 10 minutes? Why are you here? This is what you come here for, dude.
This thing.
I bought that already.
The Striker DC gamepad for the Sega Dreamcast from Retro Fighters.
We actually unboxed it already, I think.
Did we?
I have it right here. Did we not unbox it?
I don't remember. Dude, we've done like 237 of these things.
So I guess you got one now, Will. Congratulations.
Sweet. Now I need a Dreamcast.
How did I get one before the P.O. Box got one?
This must have been sitting in the P.O. Box.
That's true. And this is why I brought the Dreamcast home last week, because I decided I was gonna do like an extra video, like an extra weekly video that was gonna be just on the Dreamcast. But now I don't know if I want to do that. I will do it. I just when the hell am I gonna do it? I got a lot going on here.
Why does the analog is an FAQ? Why does the analog stick feel like it has light resistance? The analog stick uses high-end micro pentatomy T-meter. Nailed it. Similarly used in Switch or Android tablet devices. Don't worry, there are no drift issues.
Does not feel like it
components
has
due to ergonomics, aesthetics, and functionality. When comparing side by side against the original analog stick, the Striker DC analog provides better control and sensitivity levels, which is noticeable in games where accuracy is key.
It feels really nice.
Yeah,
I don't know what they mean by resist. Oh no, I feel it. Very little bit.
Yeah,
very subtle.
It feels nice. It feels like there's a click in the analog stick. All the buttons are like easily accessible. Two shoulder buttons and then 2 triggers. The Dreamcast only had triggers, so that's cool though. But they're in 2 spots
for modernization.
Yeah,
it is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it.
I sent a picture of this to my friends when I found out what it was, because most of my friends have Dreamcasts. So
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Retro Fighter. I'm pretty sure I paid for one, and then they ended up sending one too.
I gotta get them to get gotta get my friends to. I'll get Brawler 64s.
Oh, that's the only way I freaking play the N64 now.
All right.
Or the Hori one.
Yeah.
Not Hori. Hyperkin.
Yeah. The Hori one is. Forget it.
The Hori one is the one that everybody wants, that everybody models it after.
That's it.
Yay! Now we can do the tweet of the week.
Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week! Tweet of the week!
Here it is. Tweet of the week. Yay! It's this video brings me joy. And it's just a cat walking in the rain with a little rain jacket on, and it says it has the It looks like the Animal Crossing title screen.
Yeah.
It's very nice. It's very nice. All right, now we talk to you people very briefly.
Yeah, as always, reach us on Twitter using the hashtag WolfdenLive. If you want to comment on last week's WolfdenLive, this is the part of the show we will finally answer you. And of course, if you're watching at home, please start leaving your comments. We'll get to them when we're done with everybody else.
All right, Fred got lazy as S today.
Oh,
he said, for Twitter, he just wrote, "Look on Twitter." Thanks, dude. I appreciate you.
So hard to find good help these days.
Okay. Can I use the hashtag latest? Okay, we'll sort by latest. Here we go.
Yeah.
There's barely any. We got Q73 Power, who says Paper Mario fans need to give up. We are never getting the 1,000-year door again. Paper Mario Color Splash's writing was really funny. I really want the new Paper Mario because it looks just as good. The weak gameplay doesn't matter if it's really funny for me.
Well, I mean, a game should play well.
I will say it's a good game. I understand. I mean, I didn't play any of the freaking Paper Marios that everybody loves. I played the first one when I was younger and don't remember anything about it.
Yeah.
So I can't really relate, but it's a good game. That's all I got to say about it. I kind of want to play Super Mario RPG. That might be a Twitch thing.
Is that on? That's not on Switch Online.
No, and everybody's mad about it.
Right, but it's on the Super Nintendo Classic.
If I play that, I will buy the physical cartridge and actually stream it from a Super Nintendo because I'm a crazy person. Luke Antone says, "Hey Bob, thoughts on Paper Mario Origami King? We already did that. It's good.
Yeah.
I might not play the whole thing though. It's not. I'm not that sucked into it. So it's good." Kate McCat says, "Hey, let's count our blessings. At least it wasn't just 10 minutes of Bakugan." Talking about the direct.
Yeah. That's true. It was not 10 minutes of Bakugan.
Last week's Wolf Den Live, we got Bocce the Sunset, who says, I'm slow. I just noticed the GIF is Bob playing games and Dave reading comics. Wholesome. Wow.
Damn.
Who could they possibly be talking about? Who can?
Hurt.
Is there another YouTuber named Dave? Is there another person that we've ever had on the show named Dave? Anyway, Inferno 505 says, my favorite box art are the ones you can reverse. Then you can have cool artwork that doesn't have to contain all the fine detailed text. Horizon Zero Dawn has a good one, for example. So does Paper Mario.
Yeah, a lot of games do that. I think Spider-Man on PS4 does that. You getting Paper Mario now?
Yeah, I don't know where the hell it is.
All right.
I lost it.
Oh, well. Gotta try and clean up a little bit. There's so much crap in this room. This might be my new default Switch case. I've been using the Pokemon one for a while, but now that I'm an adult, I can use this one.
I seriously don't know where I put Paper Mario case.
Oh, wow. What's a shame.
Where could it be?
Where could it be?
I don't know. It has a cool inside. It's like all the different origami characters. Pins says, I didn't know what a livery was until I put a hentai livery on my Futo in GTA Online. I guess he means auto.
I don't know. What's
also, I forgot what a livery was.
Yeah.
We learned it last week.
We did.
And now I completely forgot it.
No, a Futo is Karen's gift to a core demographic that needs nothing more than a lightweight chassis, rear wheel drive, and dangerously poor traction. This is according to the GTA wiki.
So, special uniform worn by servant or an official. That's what a livery is. Also, the pictures that come up are cars.
Yeah,
like souped up cars. So,
a Futo is a car in GTA Online.
So I guess they call the livery the uniform for the car.
Yeah, the sticker that you put on the car.
Just call it a freaking vinyl, or what would we call it?
Wrap.
A wrap, yes. Anyway, Chris Doherty says, I love these guys. Bob, Valhalla is nothing like Assassin's Creed. Everyone else, Valhalla is Odyssey. I didn't play Odyssey.
Yeah.
So there you go. Also, we left this out of the stories for this week. Ubisoft said that they didn't have the female they were gonna make a female protagonist in Odyssey, but
wait, there was a female protagonist in Odyssey.
Yeah, but she wasn't like the focus.
Okay,
she was only like a very small part of it, apparently.
Well, no, I thought you could choose your gender in Odyssey.
Could you?
Yeah. Are you thinking of Origin?
Well, what was the story that Ubisoft did?
I don't know.
Ubisoft, gender, Assassin's Creed. I spelled that all wrong.
I don't know, man. Ubisoft's got a lot of problems going on. They just fired like one of their top guys for sexual harassment, and Yves Guillemot was just like, I don't know.
They straight up just said that they like women don't sell games, so they left her out of. Maybe they just left her out of the marketing for Origins or Odyssey.
I don't think she's on the box art.
Yeah,
that is a thing though, because like they had to fight to get Ellie like on the box art of The Last of Us, not and like in the foreground while Joel's in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had to fight for that. And I remember Ken Levine, when he was making BioShock Infinite, he wanted to put what's her face on the cover, but 2K Marketing is like, no, you got to put Booker on it.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Well, Assassin's Creed Kendra, no, Cassandra.
Yeah, it's from.
That's from Odyssey. Yeah, no, you're right. You can pick Odyssey. You can pick your gender. However, Cassandra was the lead. She was the one, but the exec said that women don't sell.
Right.
I mean, they must have some sort of data for this.
I feel like, but then if that's the case, then you have things like Tomb Raider, and you have games like Bayonetta, and you have all these other games with female protagonists that sell well. The Last of Us is the best-selling PlayStation 4 game. So why?
Oh, it's number 4. It's the fastest selling for sure. It's the fastest selling PS4 game.
Right, but it's still like a big success.
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me of when Marvel was like, they hadn't put out a movie with a female protagonist yet, and Ike Perlmutter, the crazy ass hermit CEO of Marvel Entertainment, you know, sent a note saying that female protagonists don't sell movies. Here are my examples: Supergirl and Catwoman.
I think that whatever data they have for females protagonists not selling games, whatever data they have there is old data, and things are different now. We got Horizon Zero Dawn, we got the new Tomb Raiders, we got The Last of Us. It's not the same anymore.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, now we're in the chat.
Yes,
we plowed through that. Everybody's saying Elizabeth for the BioShock person.
Thank you, everyone.
Great game. Everybody should play that game. Donovan says, doesn't Bob have a Wii U? I imagine it would look a fair bit better if he were to play Super Mario RPG on that through Virtual Console as opposed to the original hardware. It would look best if I just played the frickin' ROM on a computer. Yeah. Or the Super Nintendo Classic would look really good. That's 720p. But imagine original hardware going through a SCART cable, going through the FrameMeister. Now, come on, dude. Come on,
man. There you go. Come on, man. Get on our level.
I'm gonna play the Super Mario Land games, I think, on Twitch one of these days. God bless you.
The Game Boy games.
Yes, because I haven't beaten the Game Boy games. Get down from here, doggo. Play with your bone. He knows I should be stopping streaming now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna play the Game Boy games. I'm gonna play them through a Game Boy player on the Super Nintendo.
There you go.
Through the FrameMeister. Because I'm a nerd. It's gonna take a lot to set up, but I'm gonna do it.
But it'll look great.
It'll look good to me. Yeah. That's the important part.
-G, if the Xbox console don't go well for Xbox Game Studio, do you think Xbox Game Studio will go third party along with service?
Wait, if what doesn't do well?
If I'm guessing what he's saying is if the next generation of Xbox systems don't do very well, will Microsoft just go third party?
If they do really, really bad, then yeah.
They'd have to do significantly bad.
Yeah, they have to do really, really bad because Microsoft's stubborn and also they have a lot of money.
Yeah.
If the console fails miserably, Microsoft will be fine. If Nintendo's console fails miserably, they might not be fine.
Right. I feel as though like Microsoft is not shy of like, you know, canceling things or like stopping services and stuff, as we've seen with Mixer. So it is possible for them to go third party. I don't see them doing that for the next gen though. I feel like they're committed to it, and regardless of how much the system actually sells, that they're gonna stick it out for the long haul because Xbox is a powerful brand. It's probably one of the top brands in Microsoft in total, so they will keep that going for as long as possible. You're not going to see them drop that. That'd be like if they dropped Microsoft Word.
I think that, I mean, it's possible for the future to not have Microsoft in the big three console manufacturers. I think it's possible that could be the future. I think that would be a distant future.
Yeah.
Because I could see Microsoft making Xbox their gaming brand and that's it. But that sounds like a distant futures thing. Anyway. Have you ever played Quantum Break, says Joshua Wings? If so, what is your opinion on the game? I have not.
I have. It's very good. It's very weird because they were trying to push that whole. It's a TV show, but it's also a video game type thing. Uh, and it's so. You play like a few hours worth of a really good, really fun video game, and then you have to watch like 30 minutes of a TV show, of a live action TV show. It fits in the story, but you just want to play the game because the TV show part doesn't even star the protagonist of the game. Stars a side character who eventually becomes, I think, the final boss of the game.
Was it good?
It was very good.
That's made by who?
Remedy.
Okay. I want to play Control.
I have your copy of Control.
Damn it. Well, I'm never going to play it.
I don't know when I'm going to play it.
I'm never going to play it. I got to beat The Last of Us. I got to play Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah. I'm going to borrow those from you one day.
CW says, Bob, didn't you have something to unbox on as well? I did.
You mentioned Satisfy.
Oh, no. My next video is going to have a Satisfy sponsor in it. I have this. I'm not gonna unbox it, but it'll be in my next video. Their grips are now Animal Crossing styled.
Ooh.
And I think I have to try it, but for whatever reason, the Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch, the paint is like thicker. So regular Satisfy grips don't really work well with it because the paint's thicker. So this might be thicker specifically for the Animal Crossing Switch. So I'm interested to try that. Anyway, I think we're done.
Sweet.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wolfden Live is every single Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/Wolfden. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up as an archive version on Thursday for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well. We're also an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you listen to us on any of those platforms, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores. Also, if you want to watch just a little bit of Wolfden Live, or maybe you want to send a specific section of the show off to your buddies, then head on over and subscribe to Wolfden Clips, where our good friend Eric Henley takes this week's episode and cuts it down into bite-sized chunks for your viewing pleasure.
Also, go on over to twitch.tv/Wolfden and just slap on that follow button and hit that little bell so you know when I go live, because I don't have a schedule really, but I'll probably be on tomorrow on Twitch. And then we can talk about the Xbox stuff. I don't know what the hell I'm going to play. I've been trying to play the Origami King. I don't know if I want to keep playing that. I also play Warzone, I play Smash Brothers, play Super Mario Maker 2. Maybe I'll play some other friggin' Mario games. Who knows?
There you go.
Thank you guys for being here. Here's my dog who's throwing a freaking bone all over the damn place. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.
Bye.